Come on.
Yo, what is up guys, Punkerzz here, and today I'm bringing another Advanced Warfare MLG tips and tricks video, and today what we're going to be talking about is another episode of how to become a better player. So, in my last couple episodes we talked about confidence and some other stuff like that, and today I'm going to be talking about attitude. But before we get into the video, I want to talk really quick. I'm still kind of sick, so if you hear me coughing or I'm sniffling, I really apologize, I just can't help it. I also had the hiccups a couple minutes ago, so if that comes back, we're all doomed. Let's just be honest. But so today I'm going to be talking about attitude. So most people, when they think about becoming a better player, they just automatically think about whatever KD you have at the end of the game, or how many caps you got in CTF or uplink, anything like that. But what really matters is how you are as a player, how nice you are as a teammate, and stuff like that. And what you'll be watching in the background is me and my friend DC Light, he's also one of my teammates, playing some comeback uplink. And I'm not quite sure how long this commentary is going to last, but you're probably going to see, basically, I'm going to make it so where you guys can see the end of the game, because it gets really intense. And I ended up beating him, and it was my host, but it was such an intense game, it was really fun. But he actually gave me the idea to make this video about attitude. And basically, we've all played with those people, and they're just really, mean people, and they're just not nice, and they're not positive, they're really negative. And those people are just really not fun to play with, They complain all the time, and I'm talking about the people that really complain all the time. Like, every single death, they have a reason to bitch about it. And, excuse my, part of my bad language, but people will just get so angry, and they'll blame it on connection, they'll blame it on, their controller, they'll blame it on other people, having, a headset, anything that they can find a reason to complain about, they will complain about it. And you just don't want to be that person. You want to be the guy who just calls out and you don't worry about it. You don't stress any of that. You just keep a positive attitude, because that's who you want to team with. That's the guy that I want to team with. That's the guy that everyone wants to team with. So attitude is so important. And it's not also in the game. It's out of the game too, because having a good attitude doesn't mean just not, getting really angry when you die or anything like that. It's also about, just playing in general. Some people, they have the attitude that they don't need to practice. The attitude that, we'll just play the 2K, we'll play this tournament and we'll win. No need to practice. I don't need a team scrim. It's fine. And that attitude is also really bad, It's not just about, being nice in the game. It's about, being just an all-around, good guy to your teammates. When you're not playing, trying to get your teammates to play, yo, guys, let's get on this team scrim. We haven't played a couple days. Come on, let's play. Instead of the guy who's yo, I don't really feel like playing right now. I want to play some Counter-Strike or something like that. You just got to have a good attitude, be a nice guy. And, attitude is going to take you very, very far in this community. I can guarantee you that. There's been people, and they've been good players, and they are just shunned because they have a terrible oh, God. I told you that was going to happen. They just have a terrible attitude. I promise you it has happened, and I promise you it will continue to happen. But just have a good attitude. Most people, they will overlook how good you are as a player if you have a good attitude. I will promise you that. I will promise you that. And I said that about communication as well. And those two things pair together in just such a huge way that I literally promise you that people will overlook how good you are if you just have an amazing attitude and really good communication. It's just part of being a good player. And so it doesn't matter, how good your KD is at the end of the game. If you're being just a total a-hole the entire game, and you're just being rude to your teammates, and you're being rude to the other team, and you're trash talking, you're telling your teammates the other team are terrible, and the only reason you're doing bad is because of connection, all this BS that you pretty much know is not true. Your team's not going to care how good you do. It doesn't matter if you're top of the scoreboard. You just made them have a crappy time, and you're making them have, they're not going to have fun playing, and they're not going to want to play with you anymore. It does not matter if you led them to a win on a couple of games. It does not matter if you're the reason they won that $5 wager. If you're not letting them have a good time while they're playing, they're not going to team with you. Because at the end of the day, what really matters is how much fun you have playing. None of the pros would be still playing Call of Duty if they really didn't enjoy it. That's just facts. So there may be a couple out there that are playing just for the money, which is ridiculous if they are. But, the pros cannot, play the way they do if they are not having a fun time. And that's why you see all the pros have pretty much good attitudes, and the ones that don't, you can tell how much it kind of restricts them. And, I'm not going to name any pros' names, obviously, but you guys may know a couple, and just the attitude really restricts them a lot. And there will be pros who are restricted to certain teams, and they cannot get on certain teams because of their attitude. I've seen it happen. I've seen pros leave teams because of attitude. I've seen pros get dropped from teams. I've seen top AMs get dropped from teams. I've seen basically pros just go from being pros to nothing because of their attitudes. I promise you it has happened. So attitude is so important, and that's why I'm trying to, get you guys to just stop all this bad negativity that's happening on Twitter, on YouTube comments, and Twitch streams, anything. I promise you it all ties together. Don't be the guy on Twitter trash talking after a match. Don't be the guy on Twitter saying, like, dude, you're terrible, you're all connection, like, go to hell, you're awful, I'm better than you, get out of my face. I promise you it's not worth it. You gotta be respectful on Twitter. If you're trying to get on an organization, organizations do not want people who are being disrespectful. I can promise you that as well. If you want to get on like a nice amateur organization, you want to be sponsored, you want to go to LAN, you cannot be the guy on Twitter cussing people out. You just can't be. That looks bad on them. It reflects negatively on the org and the org owners and the other people in the org. They're not going to pick you up. Doesn't matter how good you are. Like I said, all that matters is, how your attitude is. Obviously, being good is a part of it. It's a big part of it, but attitude is so important. And it really also comes down if you're trying to do YouTube or you're trying to stream, anything like that. And a positive attitude is so important. So you'll never see me really having a negative attitude. And when you do, it's usually something something pretty major. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm just getting, like, if I just got like straight BS, or I'm getting so unlucky like several times in a row. When I say several, I mean like upwards of 5 times in a row. Then I'll say something. But I'm not doing every death. I like keep it down to a minimum. I don't get super mad at my teammates. I pretty much never get mad at my teammates. Actually, like just today, one of my teammates, we were in a team scrim and he accidentally naded himself and me and killed us both. And I just laughed it off, dude. Like, there would have been a lot of people that would have cussed him out and would have gotten mad because, like, they're losing one more round of S&D in a team scrim. Dude, that's just not worth it, man. You just gotta laugh about it. You just gotta have a good time, dude. And that, he ended up, like, I ended up laughing about it. He laughed about it, too. It was a good time. And if I had gotten mad, what would have happened was I would have gotten mad, and then he would have gotten mad, and then we would have both been mad, and our teammates would have been all awkwardly sitting there because we're both just mad at each other, and it's just like, it's not worth it. And so this whole commentary is about you guys just, putting away the negativity, having a good time, and just, like, chilling out, dude. Because I see so many people, and they act like every team scrim is, like, the end of the world, and if they don't trash talk, then people are going to think they're bad. Like, people think that, if you die in Call of Duty, and it's not connection, it's not because of connection, you're a terrible player. Like, you can die because you die, you don't think pros go to LAN and never die. There's a reason people die in Call of Duty, and that's because it's Call of Duty. So people that blame every single death on connection, it can just get tiring. You don't want to play with those people, and then again, you don't want to be that person. It can be tiring for you. You don't want to be there every single death saying it. It's just annoying to hear yourself say it. So I'm going to leave the commentary at that. I hope you guys can take in the lessons I'm trying to share. Hope you guys try to implement some of these as well, because it can be very important, like I said, very important for your future, and also just not even out of Call of Duty, in the real world as well. Just having a positive attitude is such a big deal. Finding friends, getting jobs, all that kind of stuff. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you did. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next video.